Mary? Get these out of here, all of them. Now.
Dirt on my shoe. It won't come off. It smells.
The smell of a funeral. And fresh turned earth and flowers. Was it worth it? If you had to do it over again, would you? Knowing where it would lead to? Would you have brought Adrienne into this house? It's a useless speculation. Adrienne's out of it, maybe well out of it. At least she's free of us both. But we're still here. We have to live with what we've done to her and to each other. Grandfather, where does it end?
Where all such things end. With one victorious, the other defeated.
Well, what have we proved? Was there any real joy in your victory over Adrienne? Well, then why go on like this? When we're two rational men.
Huh. Are we that rational, Stephen?
Except for our hate for each other.
And we can't rule that out, can we? You're free, Stephen, to go out of that door whenever you want.
I won't run from you.
There you are. Your prison is here, as it would have been for poor Adrienne if she'd lived. You can run out on me. It's your choice. But you never will, Stephen.
I said I wouldn't run from you. Isn't there a middle ground? Point where reason takes over?
To avoid our mutual destruction?
Grandfather, if we can even talk like we're doing now.
You're tired, Stephen, and I'm tired. And the weary yearn for peace. But give them just a little bit of rest, and they begin recalling their hatreds. Not as excuses to do violence to one another, but as sacred causes.
We've never really tried to understand each other.
We understand each other only too well. You see in me, as in a mirror, all the things you hate in yourself. In you, I find all my faults, which I can't ignore.
Well, perhaps it's true. If you didn't have a reason to hate me, you'd have to invent one. I'm your purpose for living, Grandfather. You've outlived your time, your friends, your usefulness. Everything except your ability to hate. All that keeps your blood pumping through those withered veins is your need to destroy me. And that's your miracle drug. Without it, you'd be long since dead.
And you'd still be mourning me. You've doomed yourself to envy and hate, Stephen, because you're afraid your life would have no meaning without them. Don't let today deceive you. It was only a necessary truce to bury our dead.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
What is it?
Freight cars.
Angela's boxcar.
Oh, I'll never get all the names straight.
You're doing fine.
But am I winning?
Well, you just rolled craps.
I'm losing.
If you get a 7 or 11 on the first roll, you win. If you get a 2, 3, or 12, you lose.
What if I get something in between?
Now, that's called your point. And if you roll it again, before you get 7, you win.
How much am I into you for now, Big Louie?
Ah, shut up and roll, Scarface.
I forgot. Okay.
Little Joe.
The hard way.
Right.
Why don't they just say 4?
Don't knock it. A lot of the guys that I know learn to add with these things, including me.
Doesn't seem like all that much fun.
Oh, honey, it's more than fun. It's living. You know, once in Toledo, I rolled 16 straight passes.
Passes?
Winners.
Oh.
It was like drinking a bottle of champagne and then, bailing out of an airplane at 40,000 feet. And every time they'd hand the dice back to me, the others said, they'd double or triple their bets. They were figuring that this time, this roll, my luck would run out and leave me in the cold. But it didn't. I kept raking it in, rolling those cubes and raking it in. $422.
And after the 16th pass?
Well, there wasn't anything after that. They said the dice were loaded and I palmed off a set of weights.
Did you?
Oh, no. Oh, but by then it didn't matter. A couple of guys grabbed me and knocked me dizzy and took off with the dough.
Couldn't you do something?
Those are the breaks.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. 16 straight passes. That's something that happens once in a lifetime. It was worth it. Almost. Well, let me see if I've still got the touch, huh?
It's a raid.
How are you feeling?
Ready to run the 4-minute mile.
Well, that's good. That's very good.
How are things, Les?
A little slow, Eddie. A little slow.
In case you don't know it, thank you.
For what?
Putting up bail.
Well, that's why I'm here, Rita. Your father and I have a few things to discuss about bail and its conditions.
Well, visiting hours are almost over.
Oh, that's more important. You can see me anytime.
Now, you practice a little. After you get some rest.
Eddie?
I'll see you later.
Okay. Mr. Harrington, don't tell Dr. Rossi about our little game. He might close down the joint.
Eddie? My office first thing this morning with that note, remember?
What do you want me to do? Read it to your secretary? The service is to be rendered. I promise to pay Eddie Jacks $50,000, signed Leslie Harrington.
You owe me that note this morning.
Oh, you were at a little event called a funeral this morning.
Well, I'm back now.
I had to see Rita.
Not before you saw me. Give.
You think I'm stupid enough to carry it around with me?
You've done a lot of stupid things, Eddie. That might just be one of them.
Well, I hate to disappoint you.
And where is it?
Where I can lay my hands on it?
How long will it take?
As long as I want it to.
Can't you hear it, Eddie?
What?
That ice you're skating on. It's beginning to crack. And you're going to go under if you don't get that note.
What are you going to do, Les?
Don't find out.
I'm curious. You can't drag me down without falling in yourself. And knowing you, I don't think you'd like the water.
I can withdraw bail.
Oh, no.
How do you think that would affect Rita?
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes, I would. You want to buy time with Rita? It'll cost you that note.
1 hour. Your office.
And that only works once, Eddie. Wherever that note is, we'll find it together.
Oh, Dr. Rossi, you got a minute?
No, I haven't.
It's about Rita.
Well, there isn't any change in her condition.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Leslie?
She seems to be doing just fine, Dr. Rossi.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Exactly what's the problem, Ed?
Couldn't we, talk in your office?
Dr. Rossi's a very busy man, Eddie.
Oh, you're not that busy, are you, Doc? Not too busy to talk about Rita.
All right, I'll give you a couple of minutes. Come on in.
Miss Cho, pick up on line 22.
Eddie?
Miss Cho, pick up on
My
line
office.
22.
As soon as you're through.
I'll catch up with you as soon as I can.
A piece of notepaper.
from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Leslie, I'm asking you to take over. Look at me. You're a lawyer. What's the catch?
Just let me know if you want to switch lawyers. I'll be happy to oblige.
Get out of my office and don't try to tell me how to handle my case.
I want you to make sure that he'll leave me alone forever. Kill him.